Hello to all you guys and girls out there in YouTube land. Yes, it's me, DR. So, you've done your workout, and now it's time for a well-deserved pat on the back and a drink, right? Right? Cue the intro. One of the things that I forgot about really early on was the cooldown. There are tons of videos out there about the cooldown, how to do it, how to perform it. So I just thought I'd add my thoughts, feelings into the mix because I was asked. So here it is. So what is a cooldown? Cooldowns are the things that you do to transition from a period of activity to a period of lesser activity. If you've been doing any activity that elevates your heart rate, it makes sense that you have to provide your body with a smooth transition from exercise back down to a steady state of rest. If you think about what happens during physical activity, your heart rate then is elevated, your body temperature is higher than normal, and your blood vessels are all still dilated. The body's been pumping blood to the areas that needed that blood, that energy, the oxygen, to those areas. It's been transporting that blood to those areas. So if you don't cool down, then blood might start being pulled, especially in the extremities like the fingertips, and that means the blood and the oxygen starts to pool in those areas and doesn't necessarily go to the areas that need it, things like the head and the brain. This means if you stop too fast, you could pass out or feel sick. A cool down after physical activity helps get the body ready and prepared to just rest and relax. It allows the body that period of transition from that exercise down to a state of normality. In technical terms, the main purpose of a cool down is to reduce your heart rate and your breathing rates, gradually cool down your body temperature, return your muscles to those pre-exercise optimal lengths of tension, prevent blood pooling in your extremities, especially like your lower extremities like your legs, your fingertips, and all of this will help you avoid that dizziness, that feeling of potentially passing out, that feeling that you might faint, and restore all of your physiological systems back down to the normal levels. With that in mind as well, especially if you're someone who likes to finish really fast, that strong finish at the end of a race, it's really important that you focus on that cool down. So that transition from that high level of activity right the way down to a normal level of activity. More and more event organizers are really understanding that people who go from a high level of activity need to transition down to a lower level of activity. And if you've been to an event in 2019, what you'll probably seen is finish funnels have been extended. There's been a real emphasis on making sure that people continue walking down to pick up things like medals and t-shirts, and then you walk down through the finish funnel, and that's really to aid that cool down. So with that in mind, what does a cool down look like? What most cool downs include is a gradual reduction in effort levels from the level of intensity that you were working at to a lower level of intensity, progressively lowering the heart rate as you continue through the cool down. Most cooldowns also include some form of stretching, normally static stretching. In my opinion, cooldowns are where static stretching really have a place within your aerobic fitness plan. Stretching does allow the athlete to cool down. It also helps the muscles return to a pre-activity level as well. This also helps prevent injuries. Again, something to consider is that your cooldown might look different depending on the level of activity you were engaging before you were heading into the cooldown. So a cooldown on something like an easy run might end up being something like 2 minutes easy jog, then going down into a 2-minute walk, then ended with some static stretching, something like that. Cool down for a tempo session might be a combination of these things, as well as including some dynamic and static stretching depending on the level of intensity and the goal of the session that you were engaged in. There's my thoughts and feelings about cool downs. Now it's your turn. Tell me in the doobly-doo down there, what are your favourite cooldowns? What things do you like? What things don't you like? Do you even engage in cooldowns? Is it part of your current levels and training plans? Do you think you're going to start incorporating some cooldowns? What might they look like? I'm really keen to find out your opinion. All those lovely things as well. Like, share, subscribe if you like the videos. If you don't like the videos, write down in the comments so I can help make these videos better. These are for me putting out there for you to help people just demystify some of the stuff around running fitness, etc., etc. Anyway, this is DR saying peace out, guys, and have a safe journey wherever you're heading.